I've been creating content for almost 8 years now, which is really hard to believe. And the funny thing about it is I still don't know that much about recording audio or recording video. Like, of course, I know how to press record and I know how to make it happen, but even just the other day, my brother, who's a cinematographer, he actually showed me how to make this lighting setup. Now, you can feel about it how you like, but I had no idea how to actually execute this. He knew how to do it instantly. And it's weird to think that I've been doing this as long as I have, and I still don't know how to actually do all of the things with video. But it actually reminds me of one thing, and that is the content of the video is more important than the composition of the video or the audio even. Like, obviously, if your audio sounds terrible, nobody's going to listen. But the main thing is the content, right? So I've been teaching courses. I've been teaching people how to code, and sure, I stumble sometimes and it's not the greatest content, but overall, some people like it. And that's actually helped me have a career for nearly 8 years doing all this. And so now I'm at this point where I want to do it better. I mean, I've always kind of been at that point, but now it's about the composition, the actual quality of the composition, and improving that. And I still have a lot of ways to go, right? Because I'm still learning, I'm still experimenting with these things. But the reason we do this is not so much of vanity. Like, I don't want it just to look good, but mainly because there's a level of professionalism that we're striving for constantly, and getting better and better is, well, it's a never-ending game. And so I actually bought a brand new microphone specifically for this, to go in that direction. I finally bought an XLR microphone, which I've had a USB microphone for the longest time. Now, if you're not familiar with an XLR microphone, it's basically, well, it's this right here, but it's a microphone that singers would use, right? So if you go into a recording studio and you want to look at their microphone, that's what it is. So it's really, really cool, really, really useful. But the main thing here is I have these two mics, and I want you to hear the difference between the two. Right now you hear, and all you've heard so far is my audio-technica. That is my XLR microphone with a preamp. So it's like two devices to get that audio coming out. And now what you hear is my Blue Yeti USB mic. Now this thing has been great for me for years, right? I've had two different kinds of Blue Yetis. I had the silver one, now I have an all black one. They've been great. It's been fantastic. But if you switch back to the audio-technica, you can hear the difference in that sound. It's like amazing how much difference it is. And if you actually look at some of my videos, I've got this white background. Sometimes there's a blurred background. It's not always that cinematic. And what I have now, hopefully, is closer to that direction, although there's still a lot of improvements that I can do there. So both on the video and audio, I'm sure there's improvements that I can make. But the main thing here is still doing as best content as I possibly can do, and that has to do with teaching and doing all that. But for those of you who were interested in hearing my new audio setup, this is it. Thanks for watching. See you next time.